books, or I just name one of my perennial favorites, like, oh, Man's Search for Meaning, you know? And only now I'm sort of getting comfortable with the idea of saying out loud, I don't read books. And not because I don't like them, it's because I struggle to. The good news is I learned how to learn without them. I wish I could read because there's so much good stuff in them, and I know that they go into a level of depth that I really want to understand. But there you go. And I think that goes to the honesty thing. You know, I'm realizing that me trying to answer the question and avoid embarrassment is valuable for people who like to read books. But for the people who struggle to read books, I just made them feel worse. You know? And somebody pointed that out to me. It's like every time I lied about, I never lied, and they said, what books are you reading? I said, well, this is on my bedside table. Or I believe this book is important, you know? Or I just picked up this new book, which would all be true. I just didn't read them. That there's a group of people who also struggle to read for whatever, dyslexia or ADD or whatever it is. And I'm living proof that you can do okay without it. Now, that doesn't mean you can't learn, but you got to find the hack. There's a couple books I finished. I finished the Da Vinci Code. It's so good. And it's, you know why? Because it's written with really, really, really short chapters. So you read like 3 pages. I'm the person who like always looks pages ahead to see how much I have to go. And if it's like 50 pages, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. How does that change how you write though? If you're not a reader yourself, when you write.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's ironic that I ended up writing books. Writing it's different. Because if it's really fun when I'm editing, because if I'm boring myself, I just cut that whole section. And so the books have my sense of humor in them. Like there's little jokes in there because it makes me giggle. And I write about the things that I think are really interesting. And I tell the stories that make me interested, and I can make myself cry with some of those stories in the book, and I can give myself goosebumps with some of the stories in that book. And if I'm doing it for myself, it's probably working for others too, you know. But I do love ideas, and I love dissecting ideas and understanding ideas, and I really love understanding why things work. I am a little kid at heart. You know, I want to know why, not as a noun, as I popularized it with Start With Why, but as a question. Like, why is it that way? I love that question. It is a little kid question, you know, and for some reason as adults, we stop asking and start just blindly accepting. And that doesn't mean I have to be rebellious in the question. It's not an accusation, like, why are you doing it that way? It's genuine curiosity, like, why does it work that way? And I love that. And when I discover things that are illuminating to me, and I'm able to explain them to my friends so my friends can understand these things, and the joy I see in people's faces, and when I challenge their perspective, then the fun is to share it.